Sumo Champ just for you. No script, no cue.
Hello, and welcome to Minimum Effort Podcast with the British champion himself, Mengkin
This guy
of the
that is
United
me.
States of America,
I'm a British champ.
permanent resident of Japan. The British champ is here.
Woo!
How did this all started? It started because of love. That's how. Of course, I am JJ. I didn't even introduce myself because the champ is here. The champ, Mengkin Reagan, is here. So let's give it up. Let's give it up. This is like the first time he's ever really won anything, and it's really important that we celebrate him because I definitely talked about kicking him off the podcast if he didn't win.
Celebration time, come on. Then it would have just been the JJ podcast. I mean, I don't know who's gonna watch.
I would have brought my wife back on.
Oh,
it
wouldn't have been the Minimum Effort podcast. It would have just been keeping up with
the Minimum Effort crew on Black on Sumo. How many brands can a person make? I don't know. My ADHD is going wild.
Minimum Effort, keeping up with Black and Sumo, another one.
We have a couple projects in the back burner that are
going to be
absolutely amazing. But that's a later thing. But let's talk about this last weekend. It was crazy. It was a crazy week. It was full of passion and wildness. I did a sumo seminar in Boston. So we had the first Honu Sumo Boston Keiko. I have to remember that I don't know what sumo was there before, but
yeah,
I can definitely say it was the first time that I did sumo in Boston.
Lovely.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. And then we also had Keiko in Orange County on Sunday. We had Keiko on Saturday and Sunday in San Diego. Oh man, we were everywhere. We were like Jehovah's Witness on the curb, walking through all of the world.
I was thinking more Mormon. Knocking on all the doors.
Okay, so hear me out. I will always go witness on that. I think I understand Christianity a little bit better.
You understand some of the OG and then the second version and then the third version that came about. You don't know the fourth or fifth version really.
So much. Like it's just not within my strong suit. But wow, we really got on a weird tangent.
Yeah, that's great. I think I might leave some of that in, but cut parts of it out. We'll speed up parts of it just to avoid
like
or like I did with my edit. What?
Let's talk about your event that you did, right? You were out there at the British. All right.
I think everybody's already at this point has seen my compilation video, as well as, I mean, there's not many people watch my vlog yet because we haven't advertised it. So you got to get on top of that.
Hey, that's right. You know what's really interesting? I didn't really need to advertise your whatchamacallit, your matches.
All about compilation, yeah.
And you want to know why? Because it's like it's all hits, right? It's all hits.
Yeah.
It's like this is what it is. Bam, 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 bam. The other one also, I think our time was a little
Mm,
off because I thought it
mm.
was going to be 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, but
Was
it
that not?
was
I thought I set it to 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
nah, no. It hit
Must have
like
messed up.
not.
I messed up. I think I tried to. I'd done it for the other stuff, but I think I messed up and then switched the actual like time zone.
That makes sense
Yeah.
because I definitely was
I
watching it
apologize.
yesterday, like at 7 p.m.
Apologies.
Yeah, and I could have adjusted it, but I was like, well, it's already out there, and I don't really know how YouTube likes things to like appear and disappear. So I was like, yeah, screw it, it's all right. But I watched it. I watched it.
Mhm.
You did a really good job.
Yeah. I was
Who
on a
would have
roll.
thought minimum effort podcast would
Well, no,
put
it's
in
not
such
minimum effort.
effort?
That's the thing. It's not a minimum effort vlog.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's true.
Mengkin vlogging for the fun of it, and if he feels like it, will put effort into it. And I
This
was on
is
a
fair.
roll because
This is fair.
I got back on Sunday
Mhm.
from Doncaster from after a tournament, and I edited my compilation video. And then on Monday, I did the vlog and another video, and then Tuesday I did another video. Yesterday I didn't do it. Yesterday I did another. Wednesday I did another video, so I was like on a roll.
You've been cooking, dog. You've been
Yeah.
cooking. I was on the road and I was like, I don't really have the capacity to do anything. And I was like walking in boots and throwing people in snow and stuff and doing a lot of things. And as I was there, I was like, man, this is crazy. I looked at Nancy and she was like, what are you talking about? It's like, Mengkin's really putting in a lot of effort. She's like, doesn't he always? It's like, no. No, it's minimum effort basically is only named that because of Mengkin.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put a lot of effort into researching for a podcast.
I know.
Why would I do that?
Right? Just we just vibing.
We're doing it for fun. This is supposed to be
Yes,
for fun.
exactly.
My editing has not like been minimum effort recently. I put in actual some effort. I might actually stop doing that, you know.
What? I'm
I
used to it, dog. Come
gotta
on
be true
now.
to the name for the minimum effort at least.
Well, right now we're literally putting in minimum effort. We're just chatting. We're just chilling, right? We're just chatting. Actually, what I should do is I should pull up. Let's see here. Yeah, we should probably cut this part out as I'm just wandering through.
No, I'm gonna leave it in.
You're gonna leave this in for real?
Yeah, of course.
No, you're people don't understand how spicy you get.
Mm-hmm.
You're a spicy dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So while you, hey, stop humming, stop that. As you were out there doing your thing, I trained Sway Jiao, Sandan, I guess
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I guess I feel like I shouldn't say it, but I did do it out there, so I feel like if I don't say it, I'm lying. And we did some bulk out of
Inner Mongolian style, whatever style it's called.
Yes, Inner Mongolian style.
One of the Inner Mongolian styles. Sorry, because there are multiple.
There are multiple, and the more I try to understand, the more I don't know shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was like, oh, like I think I finally understand what styles this is. Like I think I got it. And then I find out it's like, no, there's like all these other different styles. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's just more things. Boom. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at JJ doing stuff.
I don't know if you can tell, but I got my Timberlands on.
Oh dang, he's got boots on.
Yeah. Well, he's got like real.
He's got proper, yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna wear Timbs because I'm black. You can't say nothing, Mengkin. Just embrace it.
Hey, Japanese people like Timberlands too.
So what?
Japanese people wear Timberlands too.
Everybody wears Timbs, but that's because Japan loves American style.
Yeah, they love well, Canadian too, Canada Goose and
Ew.
Yeah.
People like Canada. I love you, Canada. I love you.
Whoa,
guys.
yeah, don't say
Spicy,
that
man.
bad things about Canada. I
Spicy,
love
man.
Canada.
I have never said anything wrong.
I'll
America's
replay that. I will replay what you said. Ew.
ill.
Yeah.
People like Canada.
He said it. He said it.
Canada.
No.
I'll
So
replay
what
that.
I said is that Canada is a fantastic country, and I absolutely love it.
Replay right here.
You should do it in slow motion too, just like
Oh, Canada. Ew.
then. All right, so at some point, I'm like, oh, I kind of learned the terrain, and I was like, oh, I could just like trip people through. Whee! My arm drag was on money. He almost got me on like a choho.
Oh, you went for a dashinage. Nice.
Yeah,
You
I know,
went for a
right?
little dashinage.
It's amazing how much sumo I could get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, what was I trying to say? I can't remember anymore. I was thinking about both.
You're thinking about
I
both.
don't know. Both. Yeah.
Well, what was really cool is this guy. He came with us he came with Lavelle Marshall to San Diego, and
Yep.
he he was one of his guys. Showed us some stuff, and I kind of vibed with him. Also, it helps that unlike Lavelle Marshall, he mostly lives in America right now.
Mhm.
I think he's moving to Taiwan, but like at least he
He's
was here.
Taiwanese American, yeah.
Yeah, he's Taiwanese American. And I was like, you know what? Let me like connect with him
Mhm.
and do like a bulk training or like sway jiao,
Yeah.
and just kind of embrace it, right? And
Mhm.
if you would have saw the uncomfortable conversations I had, because at one point we're just like chatting back and forth, and it's just like, hey, so what do you blah blah blah? Like, what do you guys want to work? I was like, well, I really want to work sway jiao because I want to practice like different grip breaks and that kind of stuff. And
Mhm.
then we go a little deeper, and it's like I kind of want to practice sandan too because I've always wanted to, and I just like the idea of a boxing match that I get to pick people up and throw them out of bounds
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
win a tournament that way. Like it's like virtual fighter, right? It's just Soul Calibur. And I was like,
Mhm.
all right, cool. So I kind of wanted to practice that. So we got a little bit of that in. But then there was this point, and you know how awkward I can be, right? You understand this.
I don't know. Not as bad as me.
This was pretty bad. 'Cause I am not an extrovert, right? And Christina is. And I had this echoing thing in my head where Christina's like, you need to like let people know who you are and what you do, and like some other stuff, right? And
That
I
is
was
a
like,
Christina
oh,
thing. Yeah, yeah. That's a
yeah,
Christina
right?
thing
Like
for sure.
really like you're awesome, embrace your awesomeness. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I write into our chat, and mind you, it's me, Nancy, and the guy's name is Vincent, the Wandering Warrior. What we'll probably do is tag his account is somewhere in here, or my hands just went crazy. Blah, 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 blah. Any which way. So I was like, I'm a sumo previous national champion, third place this year, national coach, two-time national coach, blah blah blah. Like I really like sold myself, but I felt real gross. And then
Pimping yourself out.
yeah, but I said it weird, and it was like almost unprompted because I didn't know how to lead a conversation.
Mhm.
And and so I read it and I was like, you know what, screw it. And it's like I just sent it.
Mhm.
And then his answer was, I never doubted you for a moment, which then made me feel worse because I was like,
Yeah.
I was just resume basically, just so
Mhm.
you know, like whatever. And
Mhm.
then circle back. And when at the airport with Nancy, and she was like, that was really uncomfortable. I was like, what? She was like, you really exposed yourself. I didn't like it. I was like, thanks, Nancy. That like I really, really appreciate Thanks. Thanks for thanks for letting me know that I sounded like I was a dummy. I really appreciate that. You're the best.
I think it's the way you do it. You just know there was no context to it. You just
Yeah,
point out like
I know it was
I'm
bad, but like I didn't really have a way to say it. Like there was no opening, but I had to say it. You know what I mean?
Is
Like
is this why Christina's in charge of outreach?
yeah, Christina is the executive director of communication and outreach. You didn't hear her right now, but she said, "I'm y'all's cheerleader." Woo! We're getting ready for Texas for nationals. You know what I'm saying? So we're adding in y'all and stuff. All right. Let me also show you, because JJ doesn't just do bulk. He doesn't just do suejiao. He doesn't just do sanda. He doesn't just do jujitsu. He also decided to do a sumo. So gonna show you some sumo. Gonna show you some sumo. Sumo.
Momo.
Bam. All right. So this is Vincent, the Wandering Warrior. And that is Nancy.
Oh, you're letting me use your Mawashi? Whoa.
Yes. And I actually, like, when I was tying it, it wasn't the best tie, but I did a pretty, considering he's like, his torso's half the size of mine, especially right now. Think with it right now.
Sumo Billy?
That.
Nice. Nice kote to a swing.
Right?
To a shout. Nice.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And let me go ahead and show you the tying of the mawashi, because it was one of those things. I was like, we definitely need to film this because it's the first time you've ever put it on, and you know, it's a magical moment. It's a magical moment, man.
Nice.
Let's see here. I gotta click a button, and then I click another button, and then I click this button, and I don't know how to transition. Bam. What happens if I do this? Hey, that's better.
Nice and big.
Look at that. Tying it on.
Hold it back here. Now spin towards me. Spin, spin, spin. Keep going, keep going. Let go. Let go. Drop the front. Yeah. All right. And then keep going.
Yeah, it's always about the grind. It's weird how the shorts, like loose shorts, kind of mess this up a little bit.
Yeah. Because
You know, the
and
less
gets lower,
layers
yeah.
you wear, the better the mawashi fits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it makes sense, but to people that are new, they're like, huh? I was like, yeah, actually going traditional, the mawashi is always going to be in a better spot. Like it holds better.
100%. Because it actually gets in the crack.
Yeah, it gets in the crack and it really like cups up. And then there's like less of a friction thing. Like the mawashi there, I should have retied it because it's so long, but you know, it's fine. It's just we just practice it.
Oh, JJ. Oh,
I
JJ.
know. I want to hear the disappointment. I hear you.
I tied my own mawashi at the competition.
That's because nobody could tie your mawashi because you went out butt naked.
Well, I also helped. I got Charlotte to hold the mawashi for me. She didn't tie it. I tied it myself, but she helped me.
You know what?
Hold it in place.
$1 million question. You know, there's that comedian out there, right? That's out there doing comedy in a mawashi, which I support him only because it's a very brave thing to do.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
I definitely wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I definitely have moments where I realize I'm wearing my mawashi and I kind of freak out, like in public settings. But that's just JJ being awkward and introverted. But he ties his own, right? Like he doesn't have a person with him, because I've looked.
You tie it yourself. Yeah.
I saw his knot in the back isn't very good. I'm like, also, why didn't he compete?
I don't know. the drama. Maybe he didn't know it was going on. I don't know. He was there last year in the English Championship, so I don't know.
I know. I was banking that you two would
Maybe he
be
was busy.
the only like traditionals.
I was the only traditional.
I know. How did that feel?
Crazy. It was crazy. You know, in the US, it's about 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably more non-traditional than traditions, like maybe like
Well,
55,
well,
45,
if you don't count ladies, I think it's closer to 50-50, like
50-50.
pretty much on board. But if you count ladies in, then it's obviously
Yes,
not.
60-40, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was strange because nobody else was going. I was like, am I allowed to? Because nobody else is going. So nobody said anything, so I assume I was. It was
I was
crazy.
surprised none of the Scottish dudes go like traditional.
Yeah, I don't know.
In my mind, I thought if anybody would, it'd be the people that wear kilts.
Wear kilts and are trained under Scott Finley, right?
Yeah, like did Scott compete?
No, I don't think he competes anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, so.
Dang.
But he has all his prodigies, right? Basically, most of Scotland is his.
This is true. This is true.
So,
It's true.
if you do sumo in Scotland, you probably learned it from Scott Finley.
This is true. I also like that his name is Scott, the Scottish.
From Scotland, yeah. Scotland, yeah.
It makes it real easy. But some, my brain, you know how my brain is a wonderland. I mess up his last name quite frequently. What I do is I call him Friendly, Scott Friendly.
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 Like friendly.
Yes. Hey man.
Oh,
I'm broken. It's okay.
you're broken. This is true.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, Mr. Mengkin, do you have anything else you would like to speak about?
No.
All right. I guess with that, we will say sayonara, abidazem, ohayo gozaimasu.
Ohio.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Never effort to the max. Sumo wrestling, no tracks. JJ and Mengkin just relax. Life affords with chill acts. Legend falls and strides. Sumo tales bring you lives. We just chat, no surprise. Lost in stories that thrive. No edits, no fuss. Sumo tales just for us. In this groove